Hello and good afternoon to Governor Tom. How are you today?
I'm well, thanks, Ruben. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. Can you tell me more about Governor Tom?
Basically, Governor Tom is a pseudonym that I use. I worked primarily as an actor for many, many years, and always, had music going on the side. And then, as an actor, I wanted to get some projects, some filmed entertainment projects off the ground, and just too many obstacles to actually get something completed and distributed. And then about 2010, 2011, I started exploring GarageBand, and I realized that I could put out musical product with a lot less obstacles, a lot fewer obstacles. And so I've just been studying audio for the past decade plus, and making music and recording. And so Governor Tom was a character in one of these filmed entertainment projects that I was working to promote, and I just really liked the name, and I was kind of bored with my old name. And there's like a million Tom Woods, and probably in England you've got another million at least. So I just want to go with something a little bit different.
It was Governor Tom a TV project?
It is a TV project. It's a based on it's a story of music and family politics and money. And I just really wanted to explore the worlds of banking and politics and music, and see where they overlap and where they diverge, and create characters to explore all those potentials.
Can you tell me how long have you been a singer for?
I've sung my
Musician?
whole life. Yeah. I'm sorry, specifically.
Yeah, do you play guitar, don't you? You play guitar and sing, don't you?
I do. Yeah. I've sung my whole life, and I had just had a really big voice. And I just kind of kept it was just really, really hard. And I've got a bass voice, which they say takes the longest to mature. So it wasn't until I was really in my 40s, in my early 40s, that I really felt like I could really start to use my voice as an instrument, as a musician plays an instrument. And the more I worked it, the more enthusiastic I got. And then my script and screenplay writing sort of just transferred naturally into songwriting. And it's really, Ruben, it's been kind of a journey of discovery, because I didn't really know how much musician was inside of me until I really started committing to seeing through my compositions, seeing them through to completion, and just the joy and how much I really had available inside of me to really give to that process.
Uh, when was your first single released? I know you released one
I did.
before this one.
I did. Because I'm mixing myself mainly for I hired other mixers in the beginning, and I just found, like, while I really respected their artistry, I didn't really agree with sort of the end result sound that was coming through. And because I came to this late, and I really wanted to find my own sound, and I just felt like for that I was really gonna have to do the mixing myself. So that's slowed things down a bit. I now feel a lot more confident. So my first single after recording back in the at the end of the around, I think, 2019, I did a lot of recording with my studio musicians, who are amazing. And then I kind of had to pay homage to their brilliance by not ruining it with anything faulty on my end. So I released my first one in 2020, and at the end in December 2020, and then I released a couple singles in 2021, and then I released my latest single, Public Eye, this year. And then my EP is going to come out soon, that includes those 4 tracks and one additional track. And then I'm recording another EP of love songs. So yeah, it's just getting into just getting into the groove of, like, really being able to, like, make the music happen.
Can you tell me more about your EP? When's that likely to come out?
It's going to come out next month. It's going to come out on the 13th. And yeah, so we're gonna have, I think we're gonna have like an EP release party that's a bit unusual. I think we're gonna do just sort of like 3 live streaming shows probably on Facebook, at various points in the day, and take requests or answer questions, or just get some feedback, just because I am sort of promoting this music worldwide, and all the time zone differences, etc. So we're gonna do it like that, sort of an online EP release party, right around then, probably on the 13th, which is a Tuesday. So we're working on the details.
Well, that'd be good. Can you tell me more about Public Eye? What's that all about?
Public Eye is a really interesting song. Most of my songs I've composed, I like I said, I came to this as a screenwriter. So writing with words I was really confident with, and so what I did is I would just find some chord progressions that I would just sort of like fall in love with, and then I would just start creating lyrics for them. And honestly, it's a really organic experience. I really just trusted myself to just listen to whatever came through, and then work to develop that and complete it. So Public Eye is about it's about life in the public eye. As an actor, I was exposed to some pretty big crowds and a lot of scrutiny and a lot of interest for a while, and it can be really, really intimidating. And so I wound up just kind of sharing my personal intimidation with a sort of fictional character of a young female singer, and just what it must be like to be one of those hugely successful young women, and what they're put through by the mostly by the paparazzi and those types of forces, and how ultimately it's just about, I think the song asks us to question ourselves as to what value there really is by like knowing everything about some artist, or explore, or being willing to accept the exploitation about everything about an artist, as opposed to allowing them a bit more privacy and respect and space to grow and develop and mature and do their work.
Have you got any gigs coming up in America or further afield?
I was doing quite a bit. I was doing a lot of gigs last about year and a half, really. But I've really pulled back because I'm really just trying to complete this. It's really time consuming, and it's there's a fair amount of expense involved, and while I really needed to do that at the time, because I've got a couple of dozen songs that I've been working on now for a good 4 or 5 years. And it's been great to discover the final arrangements, how to really structure the songs to be most effective in front of a live audience. So I've been doing a lot of that, and now I'm not, because now I'm putting everything I learned from doing that into finishing up this EP, and then hopefully have my next EP released by the end of the year.
Can you tell my listeners, where can they find you on social media?
Well, social media is a little tricky because my artist name is Governor Tom, and all the political stuff that went down with Facebook, things got really, really strange. I was starting to having like posts removed, and I was unable to like share certain posts and stuff. And then I had to become this political entity in order to just promote my music, and it was impossible for them. So, but I've worked through that. So that's all a precursor explanation for the fact that rather than finding me solely as Governor Tom, I've listed myself as, I guess the handle is The Music of Tom Wood, because as I said, as an actor, I'm Tom Wood, and then Governor Tom is the pseudonym that I use for my music. So Facebook, yeah, The Music of Tom Wood. Instagram's the same. I think on Twitter I'm GT's 2 cents, and then I don't know. Is there any social media beyond that? Not that I'm aware of, really. Not that I get into.
Thanks for chatting to me this evening on Johnson Sound. I'm going to play your new single, Public Eye.
Thank you, Ruben.
Thank you for chatting to me tonight on Johnson Sound.
Sounds good. I'm happy to be here.
And I wish you all the success with your EP.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.